Good evening, everybody. Thank you for stopping in for week 2 of the 5th Down. What do we have going on tonight, John?
Well, Kyle, we had only 3 games taking place on the Sunrise side of the state, but it doesn't prevent us from covering teams outside of the area. One of those teams was the Hillman Tigers, who were looking to start the year 2-0 with a win over East Jordan. East Jordan trying to get its first win since 2013. First drive for the Red Devils. Colin Shepard pitches it to Donnie Cutler, the senior, avoiding not 1 but 7 tackles en route to a 40-yard run. Then Shepard is going to capitalize right after, bulldozing into the end zone for 6. East Jordan up 8-1 after the first quarter. Fast forward, final 4 seconds of the first half. Hillman gets on the board. Dylan Stanky finding the open space with the cutback move across the field. He'll go all the way for the Tigers for a touchdown. Hillman trailed 14-8 at the half. Stanky had 78 carries on 17 yards and the 1 touchdown. Hillman falls to 1-1, however, losing 28-8 to East Jordan.
Now to a game that was being played on our side of the mitten. The Oscoda Owls welcoming in the Cardinals of Whittemore Prescott. Down 11, the Owls' first drive of the third quarter. Jacob Malik finds Michael Dixon, a beautiful throw up the sideline to move inside the Cardinals' 10-yard line. 2 plays later, Malik looking to get his team on the board. He takes the carry left side but coughs it up, and Whittemore Prescott recovers. The Cardinals will then make quick work. Blake Liddell rolls out, looking to pass. Heavy pressure, looks to be an easy sack, but he would escape and makes his way inside the Owls' 20-yard line. A couple plays later, though, the Cardinals would capitalize. Brandon Bickle takes the inside handoff and gets in the end zone virtually untouched. Cardinals with a 2-point conversion go up 34-21. With the Owls with one last-ditch effort, Malik goes up top to find Nicholas Cashel, and he waltzes into the end zone, but it wouldn't be nearly enough as the Cardinals are too strong, and they take this one 48-21.
Rogers City Hurons defeated All Gray last week and could improve to 2-0 with the win on the road in Rudyard. We joined the game late in the first quarter. Rogers City up 8-6. Josh Belisar 27 yards on the play. A few plays later, another first down. This time a short pass out in the flat from Quentin Kelly to Brendan Koss. Koss knows how to get those extra yards. 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Hurons still driving. Ball on the 4-yard line. Galvin Vasiliak plows through the middle for the score, and the PAT is good. After a Bulldogs turnover, Hurons on the move again, but the Dogs D gets a solid stop. Next possession, Rogers City still moving the rock downfield on him. Kelly back to pass, good coverage by Rudyard, but Kelly slices through the secondary for the first down. He would later find Koss for the TD, and Rogers City improves their record to 2-0 with a big 50-14 win over Rudyard.
2 teams looking for their first wins. The Tawas area Braves welcoming in the Beaverton Beavers. Second drive for the Beavers, already in Braves territory. Hunter Brink takes the end around left side, moves the chains, and gets inside the 30-yard line. Same drive, but 4th and 13. Beavers leave their offense on the field, and wouldn't you know it, Nicholas Hartner finds Daniel Beyerschmidt up the seam, and he would get in the end zone untouched. 6-0 Beaverton. Tawas next drive inside the 10. Dakota Rupp takes the sweep here and bounces it outside, stretching across the white line to tie this one up. After forcing a punt, Tawas back in business in the red zone again, but this time it's an inside handoff to Jacob Stack, and he glides across the goal line to give his team the lead. However, the Braves unable to sustain that early success, and they fall in this one 33-14.
Thanks for sticking around for the start of the second half of the 5th down. We have a couple more highlights to show you. Is that correct, Kyle?
That would be correct, John. Now as school enrollments begin to shrink along with the amount of athletes looking to play football, 8-man leagues have been a saving grace, giving players, coaches, and fans a chance to enjoy some play on the gridiron instead of scrapping their programs. The Hale Eagles are one of those teams that elected to switch to 8-man this season instead of losing their program, and they hosted Caseville in a battle of the Eagles. First quarter, Eagles knocking on the door, and Caseville QB Joe Ailes is going to cross the goal line for 6. They elect to go for 2 after the TD, but the Hale goal line D is too tough, and they would get the stop this time around to keep the score at 6-0. Second quarter, Tanner Klein is in the pocket. He's going to step up, tuck and run up the gut, and look at Klein go, making tackles, missing tacklers left and right, a shake there, a shimmy there. The sophomore just refuses to go down, and he makes everyone on Caseville miss, busting the 56-yard touchdown run. He would score another touchdown after that, but it wouldn't be enough as Hale loses 24-14.
Unlike Hale, Posen has been playing 8-man since 2010 and is well acquainted with the game. Their senior quarterback Travis Sharp was on his game tonight. Sharp had 10 carries, 189 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and that's just what he did with his feet. He chipped in with 62 passing yards, added a touchdown through the air. Evan Shook did what he could to help Sharp out, toting the rock 5 times for 74 yards and 2 touchdowns while making 2 catches for 62 yards and a receiving TD. Shook also had 2 interceptions, one being a pick 6, as Shook and Sharp helped the Vikings put up 60 points for the 2nd straight game, defeating Pellston 62-0.
Now for some games happening out of town. The Atlanta Huskies lose in Harbor Springs to a final score of 60-0 as the ATL falls to 0-2 on the season. And after Mayo jumped out to a 7-0 lead in the first quarter, Roscommon took control of the game and would beat the Thunderbolts. Final score 47-13 to put Mayo's record at 1-1 on the season.
It was a historic night for the Onaway Cardinals. The team got their first win in the school's history of 8-man football. They defeated Brimley 72-16. It's the first time the team has scored 70 points in the school's history, and it's the most points they've scored since they posted a 55 win over Gaylord St. Mary back in 2013.